Thank you.
All right, we've got two models with us. Joe and Models, welcome. Two models with us with two separate looks. What do we have? This is obviously, like, you're the pro, award-winning makeup artist. We might not be able to replicate this quite at home, but what do you have here?
It's really the costuming is the only thing that's elaborate. As far as the makeup goes, it's actually really simple. I just got together some basic stencils I got offline, from just Roman numerals to some gears. Very simple to work with, and literally all you have to do is raid your wife's makeup kit, get a little eyeshadow on a brush, and you literally, if you can see here, you can literally just replicate the stenciling just with some eyeshadow, believe it or not.
And this is like clearly like a clockwork inspired theme.
Right. So, but basically you can do your line work with it, or you can go, in my case, I use a liquid makeup, which is about $12 a bottle, and that'll show up a little bit better, but you can see the gears will come through there. Sponges work a little bit better, but as far as if you want to try it with some liquid makeup, I use Mayron.
Mayron.
Right, and that you can get online. It's about $12 a bottle, and it goes on a little bit easier to apply. And same thing, you would literally just go on and brush over top of these stencils, which again are really cheap, or you can just make your own, honestly.
So stencils and sponges, these are things that we have at home.
Right.
I want to get us over to this look here. We have like a steampunk ice queen is how you described it.
This one is just an ice queen. This is my steampunk girl.
This is our steampunk, okay.
Right, so our ice queen, I just kind of want to go, normally this costume would be more for like, you know, almost like a Frozen theme.
Sure.
As opposed to, I want to go a little bit more skull, a little bit more dark with it. So, and then, unfortunately, you really only get an opportunity to use these kind of costumes during the winter.
Right.
So I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna mix it up a little bit, make it a little bit darker, and go with the ice skeleton, if we'll call it that.
And what you've used here on the makeup, is this easily available to people?
Same thing, exact same product. So I used some eyeshadows. I used a loose shimmer eyeshadow for eyes. That's the blue there. And literally, I put no effort into this whatsoever. I literally just go in, I put some random designs on here. It's not a lot of thought, but you can make it look nice, full, and exciting. And then gems you can glue on. You can pick those up at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
And then I'll use like eyelash glue, put it on there, and it sticks right to them.
Eyelash glue, stencils, sponges. I'm seeing that on her you've drawn like it has a skeletal look. How do we create a sort of skeletal look that a guy or a woman might?
So the skeletal look really is pretty simple. What you do is, with detail work, details really make these kind of looks pop out.
Sure.
So in this case, I actually pre-did teeth, so I just did some little crisscrosses on her mouth, and then when you detail it with a little bit of white, like so, it makes them pop out a little bit more. But it's really, especially when it comes to gore and monsters and things like that, honestly, the more messed up they are and the more inconsistent they are, the better they look.
And speaking of, we got to put up the video from last year when I was your victim. You asked me if I wanted to do this again this year, and I said, why don't you bring some models so I don't have to take all this off my face. You turned me into a zombie. You see the, I've got teeth coming out of the sides of my head, my extra sets of teeth. I've got the big gash on my forehead. Tell us about how we get something like this with just a few seconds left.
So believe it or not, that's just eyelash glue also, and red lip gloss, and white liquid paint. That's all it is. It's the same thing we did here with the liquid, the eyelash glue. You let it dry and you just pick at it, and that's what kind of gives that whole skin torn away effect. So, and then you just kind of goo it up with a little bit of a lip gloss, red lip gloss, and it's really simple.
I don't think I ever looked better, and I never looked deader either.
True.
Joe, thank you for being with us. Models, thank you for being with us. Some really good takeaways, some pointers we can use with not a lot of time this Halloween.
Appreciate it.
Where can people go, and I'll get you to turn to the camera so people know who you are. Where do people go to find you and your work, maybe get some other take-home ideas?
You can follow me on social media at Joe the Makeup Guy on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube as well. And some of these videos, I'll actually post some of these up, and you can kind of see the techniques a little bit closer, how I achieve some of them, but they're really simple. A lot of these looks, like I said, it's just one or two stencils I use and literally just a brush, so it's very simple.
Fantastic. Joe the Makeup Guy and Models, thank you all for being with us. We really appreciate it. We'll be right back after a quick break.
Thank you.